Donald Trump is, I think, running the weakest policy towards Russia in foreign policy terms of any president in 70 years, because he has not reacted to Russian interference in our elections. He's not behind an investigation. He has not reacted to Russian invasion of Crimea, annexation of Crimea, and the invasion of eastern Ukraine. He's had a very soft policy on that, and I think in foreign policy terms, that's of concern to Republicans in the Congress as well as Democrats. And now you have these allegations by President Trump over the weekend that President Obama ordered the wiretapping of Trump Tower, which everybody in Washington who knows something says is untrue. So we're in difficult, uncharted waters here.
The soft policy towards Russia probably not any surprise, given how he was campaigning through all of that.
He's had 40 days. Crimea is his fault, Ambassador. That's like, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get what I was.
How was the previous administration? How was their policy?
You didn't get what I was saying.
Okay.
You didn't get what I was saying. So you might just listen for a minute.
Okay.
So the Russians invaded and annexed Crimea, and they've invaded eastern Ukraine, and the U.S. and Europe put sanctions on Russia and moved troops into eastern Europe, and President Trump has talked about unraveling all that, of lifting the sanctions, and of having a softer policy towards Russia. And if you're interested in foreign policy, Russia's our most dangerous adversary in the world. And so you want to have a situation where the American president stands up to Russia, as Angela Merkel and the Germans are doing, and we're not seeing that. So in foreign policy terms, you're seeing a big pushback from Senator McCain, Senator Graham, and others, and that's an important issue that lies at the heart of all this.
Again, this is probably not a surprise. As you mentioned, this was how he was campaigning through all of this. You know, watching this from the outside, it seems to me that he's going to have a much tougher time lifting sanctions simply because of all of the issues that have risen with Russia since that time. Would you agree with that?
I think the real drama has been the debate in the Republican Party and the Republican pushback, and now you have this situation over the weekend with this call from Donald Trump that there has been a tapping of his phones during the campaign. But you have, if you read the press, the Times this morning, the Wall Street Journal, the FBI director doesn't agree with that. The former director of national intelligence doesn't agree. These are among the most incendiary charges ever made in the history of our country by one president against one of his predecessors, and I think they're destructive to our democracy.
The White House has said through Sean Spicer that they've asked for this investigation. The committees have agreed to investigate. Where do you think we head from here?
Well, I think in both House and Senate you're going to see investigations of all these different charges. The charges by President Trump over the weekend, I think, will be quickly cast aside because they don't appear to be true, and they're not based on CNBC or the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times. They're based on Breitbart and the conservative talk show host Alex Jones.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.